And we should be live. Let me check.
Mm, mm, yeah, oh, yep. Something's moving.
Yes, we are live. Awesome. Alright, so let me read some of the comments here real quick. Brother Kalkyl says, rubs hands together. It's time again. Stefan
Yes.
says, looking forward to this. Ursocium prepares flamethrower. Well, this is the Marvel one, so we'll see how this goes. And we might actually have 2 issues to go through on this. Cheeky Breaky says, I've brought bleach if anybody requires a shot.
Oh my, maybe, possibly. We'll see.
Ursocium says, it's online. Gets ready to roast the comic. Let's see how this goes, shall we? By the way, for those who are just joining, I am joined today with returning guest Brother Kalkyl, or Doctor Kalkyl, if you will.
Indeed.
And Arvid says, hey, what's up? We are about ready to read some...
It's my best friend. It is Arvid.
Ah, cool. Oh, welcome to the stream, Arvid. Stefan says, this one isn't... Yep, this is not STG on the SNES, unfortunately. I kind of wish I would be playing that right now, but, well. Burns water with malicious intent.
Oh no, not that. Not burning water again.
Alright, so, page 3, I'll go ahead and read the recap. High Republic, Heart of the Drengier, Chapter 3, The Root of Terror. As the galaxy prepares to celebrate the Republic Fair on Valo, a fierce battle rages in the depths of wild space. Marshal Avar Kriss has gathered a task force of Jedi and Hutt enforcers to take the fight to the evil Drengier, targeting the source of their power on the forest world of Mulita. Jedi and Hutt stand shoulder to shoulder in battle, but there is no sign of troubled Jedi Knight Keeve Trennis. Alright, so let's see where... Starlight Beacon. It's been so long, I forget. I think you were voicing this guy here, and the guy in the hollow projector, and I'm voicing the other guy.
Really?
I think
Wait,
so.
no, wait. If that's the master, that was you, wasn't it? No, that was me. Oh God, I forgot.
James,
Well, I suppose. Yeah. I think that's me.
alright.
So, am I gonna read? I suppose. Yeah.
Yep, Starlight Beacon, so you're up for the first line.
Yes. We need reinforcements, says Stala.
And as I have repeatedly explained, Master Skier, we've already sent every Jedi we can muster.
Then tell your. Then tell. Wait. Oh. Then you need to find more.
And how should I do that exactly? We're steering dangerously close to stepping on the Council's toes as it is. The Republic Fair...
Is the last thing on any of our minds right now. We've.
Oh, not again! Administrator Jamin, can we boost the transmitter array?
Am I gonna miss her?
If you want to.
I suppose. We're trying, Master Maru, but there's something wrong with the comms network as a whole. Chief Norn has dispatched a maintenance team. I like Norn is a Norn queen. Warhammer.
What about you, Casey? Any luck raising council member Gios on Valo? Beep boop beep. Yes, I'm more than aware that luck has a concept as incompatible with your belief in physical determinism. But at this precise moment, I'll tame all I'll take all the help I can get.
Looks like we are on our own. For light and life.
For light and life.
And life. Such a... I hate that slogan from the fucking way they started it.
Yeah. It is the dumbest slogan of all time, especially as a battle cry.
Yes.
Mulita, wild space. So, let me read some of the comments. Eye loser, brain hurts, presumably over the burnt water comments from before. Arvid says, hey, I got red. Or Socium says, it is not Burns water, it's Burns readers' neurons. But yeah. James Knighton says, hello, my dude. How goes the day? All right. The hell kind of battle cry is that? The battle cry of the Jedi. As they deliberately go to destroy the entire species known as the Drengir. Which the comic says is evil, and fair enough if that's the case, but just let that thought sink in. Arvid is laughing, understandable.
This is pain.
I guess I can voice the hut here. I thought...
Is that a different hut from the last one?
I think it's the same one, actually.
Well, that was the
Or were you voicing her?
I think I was voicing her.
Okay, yeah, go.
I'm pretty sure huts are technically hermaphroditic, so they technically don't do the gender thing. But
Well, in
it's
this
not like they're consistent on that.
in this lore, they are male and female, and this is a female.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, to be honest, it's a hut. They don't sound very different. I thought a Jedi wouldn't... What? I thought... Oh, okay. I thought a Jedi was never on their own. This is hardly the time for semantics, Miaga, sorry, God. I still hate that name.
Yeah.
We agree on that, at least, Master Skier. Personally, I would rest until the great progenitor's head is mounted on the wall of my dread cruiser. It translated from her teeth.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's that way round.
I hadn't put the Drengir down as a trophy collectors.
Your scaly friend would know, Master Cormac. Not again. For the last time, the Drengir's hold over me has long been broken. Thanks to your former Padawan, who is not here. Don't remind me. What I wouldn't give to have Kevon by my side.
This writing... A whole bunch of massive exposition like this during a fight, and it's all just petty drama bickering.
Yeah.
Because that's what the Jedi are known for doing all the time, right?
Yes. In accordance with the Jedi Code, it's like, stay calm and be a douche.
Yeah. Stefan says, for light and life, how neutral and brimming with balance. James Knighton says, that's not what the Jedi say in battle. Well, in this comic it is. KOTOR has many different battle cries that came out 27 years ago. KOTOR did not come out 27 years ago. At least not the video games. Is there some sort of KOTOR movie or something? Or not movie, but books or something I'm missing? But I know for a fact that the KOTOR video games did not come out 27 years ago.
They came... Wait. Okay. That's a little bit younger little bit younger than me. It's
It would be I could see 17 years or 12 years or so being or not 12 years but 18.
It's 18.
Yeah,
actually.
that's what I was thinking. 18. So off by about 10 years. That explains it. But yeah,
9 years actually. If it's 27.
yeah, not in years, but yeah, close enough, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so I guess oh, that looks like that's more Miagra there.
Yeah. My battle sled. These damned vines. Won't someone free me? Free yourself. Spoken like a true servant of the Republic.
What was that? Or no, what is that? Fascinating. The Dringia appear to have weaponized local anthropods to act as guards.
Should I take the other twin?
Yeah.
Well, much like the symbiotic relationship between the shishok tree and the khar ant on Kashyyyk.
All right.
That's me again. I get too many lines. Well, kind of compensate for last time, I guess.
Yep.
What are you blathering about? Nothing about this. You're fascinating. Deal with them. We are not your private army, Miaga.
So he causes their heads to explode using the Force. No, he says it wasn't me. Okay.
Nonetheless, your force abilities are most appreciated. It wasn't me. Am I taking? I guess I would take that win because then you have a line.
Yep.
Actually, you can have that twin because I have 2 lines after that.
All right. Kiev, Trinis, you came. Looks like it. And I brought a friend. Orla Jurani. Meet everyone. Everyone, meet Orla Jurani.
We've met before a long time ago.
That's what...
one.
Oh.
Yeah, wasn't that my character? Actually, I think it was. That's what I said that before. That's one way of putting it. You're looking as handsome as ever, Guacolna. Orla, please. Not in front of the huts.
You two haven't changed. Still an explosive combination. And one I really don't want to think about if I'm ever going to sleep again. Oh no, sorry, that's her. And one I really don't want to think about if I am ever going to sleep again. Where's Avar?
Vars. Sorry. History.
Last time we saw her...
Marshal Chris was heading to the center of the forest to face the great progenitor.
Which is exactly what she shouldn't do. Orla, can you bring Master Skier up to speed?
The pleasure will be mine, and not for the first time.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's very in line with the Jedi Code as usual.
Yes, it is. Thanks, and also, seriously?
Cringy millennial dialogue, really? Me.
So let's read some of the comments before I go any further here. So James Knighton says, "Yo, tired, just got back from work." Fair enough. Stefan says 2003. I think you're right. James says, "You're right again." Sorry, that's okay, James. Orososium says, "Head explosion sounds like a totally legit Jedi power in this continuity, though." It absolutely does. That's the sad part. James says, "Oh yeah, Force head explosion. I remember that teaching for the Jedi texts." Orososium says, "Also, they seem to be able to flirt whether it is serious or not openly for some reason. Then again, you are allowed to feel stuff in this continuity." Siege groans. And with that, let's go ahead and continue. Let us...
Am I taking that win? Because wait, hold on. Yeah, no. I think so, because it seems like they're pretty much talking. They're pretty much only talking to each other for the most of that time.
Okay.
So I guess I'm taking that win, and you're taking... Yeah, you keep taking your character. So, yeah. And let us help, Keeve Trennis.
Appreciate it, Tarek.
Correct.
Ha! I'm getting better at least at recognizing you from your... Whoa!
Keeve Trennis.
Those are...
Nihil remains.
They've been here on Melita?
Do you feel that?
Marshal Chris! It's a trap!
She said the thing.
Yep.
But it's
Yes.
not as epic. Because
No, it's not.
everyone's favorite jihadist fish didn't say it. Anyways. So, oh, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But yeah. I think she knows Keeve Trennis.
Crick! Keeve!
Your line?
I'm
Is it your
guessing.
line?
Keeve!
Oh, I meant the... No, okay. Great.
What line
Did
is...
you call the others?
No, we're enough. We've always been enough.
Yeah, that might be a little bit, the problem with the writing.
So, 2 Jedi Knights are going to succeed where a Jedi Master failed. Again.
Yeah, that's the point.
Foolish child, the harvest will be ours. And the Jedi, like the Dark Lords and thieves before them, will spread our empire of thrones.
Yes. Sure. The Dark Lords?
Yeah, they're talking about the Sith.
Well, that makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Yep. Wilhelm IV says, "God help us all, this comic is bad." Yes, but the sad part is this isn't even the worst I've seen from this particular comic book series. The first issue alone, for example, is way worse than this already. And it's still nothing even then compared to the High Republic Adventures by IDW, which is also considered canon.
As if it hadn't been ruined enough.
Anyway, so it looks like you got one line there. Oh yeah, you already said that. Yeah. Whoops. The ancient Sith, That's who's trapped the Dringir on the Maxine station long ago before we freed them. The progenitor's smart, I'll give her that, feeding me her location, knowing that Avar herself would lead the charge. Bonding with Skier was one thing, but Chris, she can do things no one else can. She connects us all, becoming our root mind. Indeed, child.
Is that still your line? Yeah?
I did the hurt line. Oh, yeah, alright, so, whoops, next page. Your marshal shall lead the charge as you spread the Dringir far and wide. The question is, will you join the darkness or die by her hand? Funny? Huh? I don't think that's the question at all. I think the real question is, when will you realize you've criffed up? You were right about one thing. Avar does bring us together, which was your biggest mistake. Because when Jedi come together, we do incredible things. The Force surrounds us. What is this? It is the light. The Force dwells in us. The Force flows through us. The Force protects us. The Force is light. The Force is strong. For the Force is light.
Okay, that's not really any explanation for why the Force is strong. In fact, the dark side is actually stronger in terms of pure power, but okay.
Well, they can at least get the power faster anyways.
Yeah, but it's like the powers that the dark side really has are more physical in terms of raw physical power. They are
fair enough.
superior. The light side is better with more, they're better with small scale things and spiritual force powers.
Fair enough. Siege asks, let me read some of the comments.
Nathan X. Remember, kids, don't burn your water. Thanks, Nathan.
Yes, I remember that. It will never go away. Siege says, why are they making it bad? Or Socium responds to Siege by saying, because they are trying really, really hard. You cannot be this incompetent and unlikable otherwise. Yep. Pardon me, says Siege, this writing is cringe. Or Socium says, this dialogue is making my ears bleed and my brain shrivel. James Knighton says, what? Yeah, it makes no sense to any of us either. For light and life. Shh. No. What is happening? I cannot hear the root mind. For the light is life. Light banishes darkness, great progenitor. It also brings wisdom. Is that not so, Jedi Trinus? For the Force is life. Long ago, the Sith froze you at the heart of their totems of darkness, cutting you off from the root mind. And now you do the same as the enemy you despised. No, they did it to protect themselves. We do it to protect everyone else. So you are doing the same thing.
Yes, the difference here is completely arbitrary. It's like we're doing it the exact same thing in the exact same way, but we're doing it for the good reasons, which makes us the good guys. It's all about, as we all know, the motivations for doing things is what matters, not the things you're actually doing. That's nonsense.
So basically their entire excuse, her entire reasoning was, but it wasn't real Jediism. Real Jediism hasn't been tried.
Exactly.
That's gonna be in the shorts.
That's gonna be in the shorts. And I hope my pain will be cut short soon enough.
Orzosium says we're good because I say so. Siege is laughing. Moogle847 says, sorry, I finally took a break from Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster. What did I miss? As if there's anything to miss in this waste of a comic series. Well, the Dringier plant monsters kidnapped the leader of the Jedi Order, only to then lose her, or her to rescue herself with the help of the fellow Jedi, and we find out that real Jediism has never been tried. Because if a Sith does it, it's bad, but if the Jedi do the exact same thing, but for arbitrarily good reasons, or arbitrarily justifiable reasons, the Jedi are good for doing the exact same thing as the Sith. Arvid says, I'm drilling oil to get money to save the rainforests. Yeah, a good example of the sort of thinking that's going on here. Alright, so you've got a line there.
Yes. Yes. Where is the progenitor? I shall tear the overgrown Gruta weed apart. I'll burn its stinking forest to the ground.
Yeah.
Honestly, at least the Hutts are, kind of not... They don't really, give a bullshit explanation. Just like, yeah, I just want to kill things. Just let me do it.
Yep.
Honesty is better. Alright, soldiers of the glorious Hutt cartel, take aim.
No, we'll lower your weapons now.
You protect the monster that has been plaguing our worlds.
We protect life.
We protect lives, especially that one time where we trained our students by risking an entire civilization's existence.
Yep.
It's so fucking dumb. Why?
They've spent the entire comic book series practically killing every single Drengier they can come across. And now we protect life.
Yeah.
Alright, so everyone is laughing at that. Rodney says the High Republic is awesome, presumably ironically. Stefan says better dead than red lightsabers. Next they're going to call themselves anti-Sith. I losers losing brain cells. Siege goes, no you don't. And is laughing about it. Stefan says, it's like they got kids with decent vocabulary to write this, just zooming from scene to scene with horrid motivations and a sprinkling of lightsabers. Nathan says, we protect life, shouted atop a mountain of smoldering corpses. That is exactly what it seems like at this point.
I'm protecting Germany, said a specific person. Standing on top of, the
millions
of his people.
Yeah. Zetch says, have fun reading. Orososium says, this made my brain hurt so much. Arvid says, sanity dropping now. Exactly. Rodney says, the High Republic books and comics are excellent. I mean, they did at this very start have the Jedi put an entire planet, at the start of this comic book series, put an entire planet into peril, a planet with cities on it, cities which did see people die in them just to test a Padawan. There's also the High Republic Adventures, where we find out that the Jedi, and I quote, "No one expects you not to feel the things you say," and I quote, "No one expects you not to feel the things you feel to a person who just force-choked a child." So, yeah, there's that as well. Fear is not the enemy is another lesson from the High Republic Adventures. So, yeah. Moogle847 says, "This reminds me of the time I came across a kid who was using water hose to wash a patch of dirt, where he exclaimed, 'This mud is dirty, I'm trying to clean it.' That actually happened." That's actually a good analogy for this. Or Zosium says, "Yeah, excellent torture material. I am in pain right now, thanks to this comic." Seeker says, "Please, please let this all just be clever setup for the Jedi to convert to the Sith as an organization." That would actually make sense. Although even the Sith haven't, at least not in the official canon at this point, haven't done anything as evil as the Jedi Order have in the High Republic. Or Zosium says, "Yeah, fear is not the enemy. That was soul crushing." Exactly. But yeah, it's... anyways, so let's get actually back to this comic. So I believe you got a line there, Kalkyl.
Yeah. Yep. Careful. What are those?
"Stasis field generators. We have disrupted the Dringier's telepathic bond, but we must deal with the root of the problem."
Pun indeed. That is precisely what I plan to do. Death to the Drengia.
"Didn't you hear the Marshal? Not today. Not while our sabers burn."
Ah, what are you doing?
"Putting right a terrible mistake." Now, Wreath.
It's mine? Yeah? No. Yeah.
Go ahead and voice it.
Activating Master Vitus.
That sounds like they were deliberately trying to make a pun of some sort. Master Vitus. Like it's supposed to be a doctor diagnosis.
I read it as virus first, so but I understood it wasn't that much closer.
Nathan X2000 says, "You want to know this comic's biggest demographics? The agents at Guantanamo Bay."
Ooh.
Yeah. Veraldo says it's torture time again. James Knighton says, "I have a good way to protect the mind's young ones. Drink a lot of beer."
Yes.
Moogle847 says, "Yes, let's deal with the root of the problem. Kathleen Kennedy."
I agree.
I'm starting to see a resemblance between the Dringier progenitor and Kathleen Kennedy. Alright, so I believe you got some more lines there.
Is that mine? Yeah, I think that might be mine.
Yeah.
It is indeed. Finally. Oh, yeah, that's me too. Not while that creature still lives. The glorious Hut Cartel
Is free of the Dringier as long as the great progenitor remains within that field, as is the Republic. We will secure the creature in the Bogan Vault on Starlight. The Dringier will sleep once more.
But I won't sleep. Not until I've bathed in the monster's blood.
Do the Dringier even have blood? Well, never find out, because for Myagra to make good on her threat, she'll have to go through us.
That's kind of dumb. Oh, oopsie daisy, hold on. Yep. No, I'm back. It's not functioning, I think.
What?
I thought I was about to be thrown out of the call because the computer was going into sleep mode, but no, it's fine.
Okay. Well, what's it to be? Views. I guess our alliance just ended. For now. Although, who knows what the future will bring. Thank you, Keeve. Without you. No, without us. For light and life. For light and life. Marshal Chris, come in, please. This is Starlight. And comms restored seconds after the Obrecht bolted. Good work, Estalia. Is that... Master Maru, we did it! We defeated the Drengier! Is that Tretus? She arrived just in time. Maru, perhaps you can inform the council member Geos of our success. That's why I'm calling. I just come off the comm to Master Geos. It's the Republic Fair. What about the fair? It's gone. What? The Nihil, they're back. And this time, they couldn't be stopped. To be continued.
Well then.
And we have one more issue that's already been released.
50 Flavors of Pain.
Yep. So, want to jump into issue number 9 while we're at it?
I need more water first.
Alright, so I guess we can take a quick little pause, and while we do, you can go ahead and read some more of the comments. Ursosium says, Kathleen also killed a lot of mines and feed the corpses. Yes. Yep. James Knighton says to Nathan, oh, spicy. That was a pretty spicy joke on Nathan's part, but a good one. Arved says, they look like homeless Power Rangers doing a group pose. Yep. Siege says, wow, just wow, it's terrible. Yeah. The sad part is I'm kind of used to the pain at this point. Compared to the High Republic adventures, this is nothing, which is really sad. But compared also to the first issue of the comic, this is also nothing. Orsosium says they couldn't be stopped, much like the making of more of this crap, and everyone felt dread. Moogle847 says, water or bourbon? A very good question at this point. So, Stefan says, need more water, eh? Be careful of combustion. Jesus. Iluja says, I'll have a bite and throw it up within 4 pages. Which is amusing because it's usually page 3 that we actually read the title crawl, and page 4 is the first actual page of the comic.
Homeless Power Rangers. Incredible.
Yes, it is. So, are you ready for some more iRepublic?
No.
Brother Olay says, hey, sorry for being late, and I wouldn't be able to show up because of work. Sorry to hear that, but, well, glad to see you made it to comment, though. At least, Siege says, it doesn't seem to be coasting along. I agree. It does seem to be coasting along. I agree. Oh, yeah, by the way, for those who are actually wanting or curious about potentially joining one of these live streams, I make sure to join my Discord server. I have put in links in the community posts before. I can put it in the description as soon as the live stream here ends. But, Alfarius says, did I miss it? You missed one issue, but we have another issue. And Alfarius is actually, if you were ever interested, for example, in wanting to join and as a special guest to read one of one of these comic books, what you could do is, if you feel like it, join the Discord server. Make sure you have a username that I can actually recognize, for example, Alfarius. And, I'll be able to contact you and invite you on so we can do some streaming at some point. And I will, of course, for those who are curious, be leaving a link to the Discord server in the description below. Or Socium says, Pat's Kalkyl, man, we all suffer. Save me, Spaniard, save me, says Kalkyl. But yes, Alfarius, here is what has happened. The Jedi, in the last issue, the Master of the Jedi Order was kidnapped by the Dringir, only to then break free, and now they've captured the Dringir and decided to spare the last one to preserve life. Which is amusing when you consider what has all happened up to this point. Or Socium says, I will bring the Inquisition upon these heathens. Moogle847 says, I sense a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of fanboys girls suddenly cried out in terror, and then went to cleanse their minds with more of the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, Drengier, more like Cringer, haha. He-Man. Well, at least
to be fair,
this might be considered better than that.
To be fair, I have started referring to Marnius Calgar as Marnius Cringegar, so
yes.
After that abomination of a Marvel comic, although at least the Sisters of Battle comic, the first issue there is actually decent. It's actually good. Nathan X says these comics earn the name issues because it causes nothing but to read them. Yep. Alfari says, well, that doesn't sound so bad. It is when you realize that the Jedi have been using For Light and Life as a battle cry. That have been slaying every single Dringir they've come across before this. And also the fact that the Jedi have put entire planets into peril in the very first issue of this comic just to test their Padawans. Planets with cities on them, I should clarify. Stefan says Google perfect. I mean Moogle. Mm-hmm. Alright, so are we all set now? How you feeling, Kalkyl?
Yeah, I'm well, not fine, but you know.
You'll live?
Not dying, yeah.
Alright. Alfari says you're right. Thank you. But, yes, let's go ahead and see how bad the damage is. And also, let's see, okay, so it's not Kalkyl that sent me a message or something. Okay. The High Republic, The Shadow of the Nihil, Chapter 1, Jedi No More. That seems like the perfect title for the first issue of this comic.
Yeah,
but
I wish it would have been.
Alright, so the Nihil have struck. The Republic fair on Valo, intended to be a celebration of unity and progress, has been razed to the ground. Thousands of dead. While the attack was underway, Marshal Avar Kriss was leading the charge against the insidious Dringir on Mulita. But the Dringir blight was a feint to keep the Jedi of Starlight Beacon from rushing to Valo's aid. Now, months later, the Jedi have been charged with chasing down the Nihil wherever they run. The response is being masterminded by Jedi Council member Stellan Gios. But passions are running high, even amongst the Order's finest. The Nihil are on the run, but they are not yet defeated.
Stellan. He's back. The old Swedish geezer has returned. Glorious.
Orsosium says, I remember a time when reading a comic brought joy and helped create great memories and aided in the birth of many new imaginary worlds. Now they only ensure creativity dies alongside hope. Well, there is still the Sisters of Battle comic, and so long as the rest of the comics issues are actually good, then there is some light at the end of the tunnel, at least. Moogle847 says to Stefan, you are welcome. Alright, so let's go into page 4. So were you voicing Orla or was I? I think I might have been, but...
We switched it, so you did in the end of the last
Oops.
one.
Oops.
Yeah.
You want me to voice her now, or do we switch back?
I guess we'll switch back.
Okay.
Oh no. Orla Jareni. As a wayseer, she follows her own path, not aligned to a single temple or outpost, only aligned to the Force. For now, the Force has led her to throw in her lot with Starlight, with Avar Kriss, part of the crusade against the Nihil. No, not crusade. Get the terminology right, Keeve. Part of the response.
Oh,
okay,
so...
I see we're doing humor here, quote unquote.
And also, Keeve is my character now. Whoops. We switched, alright. Well, I guess we'll just continue on for it now.
No, she was your character.
Keeve Trinus, yeah. Alright, so I'll finish off with the last line. I wonder if I will ever have such purity or vision to trust the Force so completely, to trust in myself.
What? Why would you say trust in yourself? That is not the Jedi way. The Jedi way is to trust in the Force and only the Force. It's the Sith way to trust in yourself. Because, well, yourself is a concept in Sith ideology, where they're in the Jedi, it is not at all a part of the ideology. In fact, being a self at all is considered a bad thing. The ideal is to be nothing. Nothing but a vessel for the Force.
So I actually just got a comment. Someone apparently said they're using clips for my stuff, which is that's okay. I'm actually perfectly fine with that. But I'll see what clip they're talking about if you want.
We will see.
Made a video, I put a clip from your channel. Okay. Well, I'll have a look at it later as soon as I get done with this. But thank you for letting me know, Face videos. But yeah, you don't... but yeah, I'm perfectly fine with people using stuff from my videos, of course. Anyway, so you're up.
Starlight, I finished my sweep of the solar system. No Nihil activity to report.
Copy that, Lightseeker.
Beep, beep, beep. Actually, scratch that. Maru. No, scratch that, Maru. The target scanner has picked up on vibrations from hyperspace. Oh, okay, hold on, what? No. That is... Oh, no? No. That is... No, it's not how that works. Stop it. Stop it. You are doing it wrong. On every conceivable level with that quote. Stop.
I'm pretty sure,
do not
yeah.
pick up vibrations from hyperspace. In fact, one of the plot points of the worst Star Wars movie... one of the main plot points is that they have... The enemy, the First Order, figured out a way to plot people through hyperspace while they're still in hyperspace, which is not a thing you can do. So that right there is completely and utterly ridiculous and wrong. So no, stop. Anyways, I'm just gonna finish that. think I'm about to have company.
Orla is an inspiration just to think of the things I could learn from her. If only we had the time.
Who's saying those lines?
Oh, that's Maru there. Oh, no, wait. The first line is you, and then the second line is me, and then the third line is you again.
Okay, yeah, I think so too. Confirmed.
Have you engaged the Nihil?
You could say that. Single storm ship armed like an entire fleet.
Send us your position.
Transmitting now. Boom. Ah! Hello, Starlight. Starlight, come in.
The Jedi craft is helpless. What are your orders? Storm Trinus. What? Alright, we'll
Yep.
continue on. I thought that would be obvious to her. We do what we came for. And blow her out of the stars.
Hold on. What the
Yeah,
What?
exactly. This makes no
I-
sense.
Okay, I'm looking through this, and they appear to be actually separate characters.
Yes,
What the fuck?
I don't get it
They
either.
look like each other then.
Maybe they're trying. Maybe it's some sort of plot about them creating clones or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because Force clones are so stable, as we've established in pretty much every time they've cloned Force users, it's gone so well. Indeed, pain. Wobble-dub-dub-dub.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna do voice Chris here. Thank you all for coming. Reports are coming in concerning another major victory against the Nihil. Starlight's Beacon before. Okay, perhaps you can bring us up to speed, Council Member Gios. Oh, happy to, Marshal Chris. Following the attack on Valo, the Unified Republic Task Force has tackled Nihil marauders on Arras, Port Haven, and Golorath. They're running scared.
Wait, hold on. If they say... Okay, so no, they are actually... No, they are the same character. Why, though? Why, though?
We're about... maybe we find out, maybe we don't. I don't know.
We'll probably find out, and we'll probably find out how dumb the explanation is, because God knows this goddamn comic is not well written.
Moogle says, Spoon, the best battle cry ever, proved me wrong. I mean, in comparison to Light and Life, when you're committing a genocide against the Dringir, I'm just saying. Well, anyways, you got the next line there.
Okay, wait. Yep, there. As you would expect from cowards.
Skier.
Sometimes you have to say it as it is, Kiev. What of their leadership?
The Twilight, identified as Lorna D. and the so-called Eye of the Nihil is believed dead, killed during the Battle of Galov. We believe that this is why the Nihil are scattering, their forces in disarray. But what of the rumors that the new Eye has taken her place?
Of course I believe.
They're tying this in with the High Republic adventures.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
There have been Huh?
If are they supposed to take place in the same time, or you mean that happened in what's their relation then?
Well, the new Eye is the kid from High Republic Adventures that has sided with Nihil. So yeah, they're trying to link that plot to this, which will be interesting in some very funny ways, I am sure. There have been unsubstantiated reports of a number of possible candidates. One, a Talipani spotted by Torguta, intelligence on Ashas Ride. The second is this individual seen in various, regrettably garbled transmissions intercepted by the Leresi Assembly. Yep, that's the kid. That is the kid. I'm pretty sure that's the kid. However, we have no evidence to support the claims that either are the new Eye. And what if we can provide that evidence? Avar, is there something you want to share? Starlight's chief of security has intercepted intel that Nihil forces are massing on in the Sula system. You want to voice this guy?
Yes. Their name has been mentioned in various comms decoded by my team.
The task force has already swept that area several times. The same way we swept Valo right before the Nihil destroyed the Republic Fair? Right before hundreds were killed? The Nihil have played us for fools before, Stellan. We cannot allow them to do so again. This is not going well. We won't marshal our response. Our response is not enough. I want to send a team to Zalo to follow Chief Tarpan's lead. Not at this time. But Stellan! Not at this time. More bickering from the Jedi Order, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the way we all know the Jedi behave in Star Wars.
Yes. Also, as I said, I like her hand. Why? Because it's even skinnier than my fucking skeletal fingers. I don't know how the hell that's possible, but apparently it is. If you're a bad enough artist, everything is possible.
I mean, compared to High Republic Adventures, this is still nothing in terms of art, how terrible artwork can get.
Mm-hmm.
Moogle says, "Shit, didn't mean to shut the chat down with one comment. That's okay, Moogle. Don't worry about it." I think everyone is in awe at just how badly the Jedi are being depicted here. Brother Olay says, "Are these supposed to be Jedi?" Yes, they are. They are supposed to be Jedi. Jedi Masters in some cases. Veraldo says, "I'd rather watch Galactic Senate meetings than watch the exploits of the Jedi." Honestly, the Galactic Senate meetings sound like they would be much better mannered at this point than the actual Jedi Council meetings.
Yep.
Which really says a lot.
What's it called? The Senate meetings in the Clone Wars animated series were actually pretty interesting. Relatively speaking, at least.
And they still manage to act more like senators than the Jedi act like Jedi. In fact, the Senate is still able to act more like Jedi than the Jedi are able to act like Jedi in this.
Yeah.
Master Gios, if I may, Jedi Trinus, With all due respect, Master Chris is right. We know from evidence found on Velo and Mulita that the Nihil helped seed the Dringir along the frontier, expanding their spread. Thousands died in the Dringir Blight, just so Starlight would be kept busy. So we wouldn't be able to respond to the crisis on Velo. We don't know that for sure. We need to teach the Nihil that Starlight isn't here for their amusement. We need to act. And you will, Jedi. All of you, as part of the unified response, not by running off on your own in an attempt to assault your guilt, in an attempt to assuage your guilt. Please stand by for further instructions. Coruscant out. Guilt? Keeve, I appreciate you speaking up, but clashing with a council member, especially Stellan Gios, won't help our cause. You were doing the exact same thing. You were doing the exact same thing. Brother Olay says, I think the Sith meeting would be more welcoming than this. You know, the sad part is, now that you mention it, Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine having conversations in the original trilogy acted more like Jedi than the Jedi do in this comic. Orososium says, it is just... I know I bash on them a lot, but how bad must you be to be worse than a room full of monkeys clicking random keys all the time? They do a better job than this. Moogle says, now see, if a Jedi acted like this during the prequel trilogy, then I can understand why Anakin would become Darth Vader. Exactly. Brother Olay says, I am hearing that they have evidence but never show it. That too. Veraldo says, even Biden is being better at being president than these Jedi are peacekeeping. Shots fired!
In both directions.
Yes. Alright, so let me continue on, because I know these lines are more of mine. Won't it? What if he's wrong, Marshall? What if we're all wrong? What if we should be doing more?
Eve?
I'm sorry, Skier, but after everything we did, everything we went through, there has to be a different way. Now.
I have to say...
very
Jedi like to, what's it called, let your emotions slip like that. Very Jedi.
Yes. Alfaria says they think the Jedi talk like the robot chicken Palpatine. Good point. Veraldo says Moogle says to Veraldo, as much as I hate to say it, I'm going to have to agree with you. Arvid says the Jedi, the Knights of Hypocrisy. Orsosium says, wow, man, you went and torched things, then salted the ground. Yep. Destruction 100 there.
Full Carthage. Carthago delenda est.
She still has fight in her. Do you think she got a distress call-out? There's no way to tell. Are you sure about that? Thum. Nihil Stormship, this is the Jedi cruiser Ataraxia. Stand down your weapons and surrender. Time for a distressed call of our own. Nihil Command, this is the Ransacker. We're under attack by Jedi Scutias. Shut us.
I think.
Require immediate assistance. There won't be time. Multiple signals on the scope. Vectors in flight.
Follow my lead, Gold Drift. Target their engines.
Copy that. Drift leaders, the Force is with us.
The Force is with us all.
Skier, are you sure leading the drift is a good idea? You're still recovering.
I need to make amends, Marshal.
But is this the way?
It is the only way I know.
Marshal, the scanner is going off the scale. Multiple readings. Yes, I can hear their song in the Force. It's like they're trying to piss me off with really difficult to pronounce wet names. Nurun Bakar. Okay, this character's name is Narung, or Nuran. This character's name is Nuran.
Nuran Bakarakana. I think that's what it says.
Nuran
Which is not
Bakarana.
pronounceable.
Nuran Bakarakana. Their name is Nuran. Their name is Nuran.
Yes, I've read Mongolian words that are easier to pronounce than that. Any word with an L in that language, oof, you'll be sorry for your tongue afterward.
Orzosium says, at this point, the Force is back at the bar thinking about how and when did it go so wrong. Alright. Prepare for incoming. Fum fum fum. The Nihil have answered our call. Great! Now we just have to avoid getting scrapped before we can escape. Engines are varped, shielding non-existent. Targeting vector. Locking on. Krum! Direct hit. Yeah, I know. Now what? Mag clamps locking on. The Ataraxia? No, the Nihil. We've got you, Stormship. Let's get the crick out of here. Whoosh. They're gone. So I see. All vectors report in. Nis Akhir. Grrr!
That's not an S, that's a B.
Nib Asek here.
Nibba. Oof.
Yeah, this is... Cole here. Skier?
Still with you, Marshal. Do you think they brought...
Let's discuss when you're safely back on board, Jedi. And what about... Oh, wait, that's your line.
And what about Keeve and Tarek?
Keeve and Tarek are on their own. May the Force protect them. Well, that's that. I guess we're fugitives now. Fighting on a vector? That's something I never wanted to do. Even if it was being remote controlled by Serret back on the Artoraxia. But we had to make the Nihil believe we are who we say we are. That our storm ship wasn't scavenged from the Nihil base on Gridizal.
Keeve.
Master, I get it. I shouldn't have lost my temper. Lesson number 1, there is no passion. I think that is the philosophy behind how this comic was written.
Oh, yes. God. I also like Arvid's comment. It's like they didn't want anyone to read this on stream, so they made the names unnecessarily hard to pronounce.
They're on to us. They know we're reading the comic and putting it out there for all to see. And they don't want that, so they've decided to make the names as difficult to pronounce as possible. Orsosium says, quality drop at the speed of flight. And because, holy shit, I myself create bitchy names and words sometimes, but this is sadistic. Brother Olay says, agreed, no passion. Brother Olay says, if they took Mandalorian quote there, I would start throwing something. More ship farting, hyperspace is non-existent. Moogle847 says, Star Wars names are starting to make the name of Superman villain, Mr. I'm not going to say that, seem very normal. Orsosium says, there is no passion. Oh, I can see it. There is more passion in chess match between two AIs. Yes. Moogle847 says, let me recreate how the writers came up with these names. Yeah. There we go, Disney. Now, where's my $30? In the mail, presumably. Alright, so. That our distress call was real.
There is always passion. It's how it control that matters. Chris wants to speak with you. She's had an idea. Yeah. God damn it. Why, no! Why you say that? Are you wrong? No. The first rule is literally there is no passion.
Yes.
There is the force.
Yes! So they've actually contradicted themselves.
I'm a Jedi Master. I don't know shit about the fucking Jedi.
Yep, I'm going to be having multiple shorts videos being made out of this comic. And so here we are, no longer Jedi, Nihil through and through. Thanks for the ride. Took you Criffers long enough to show up, mind? Is that right? What Tempest are you, friend? Who's your runner? Orsosium says, fear is not your enemy. Brother Olay says, I'm sorry, what? Exactly. The Nihil are separated into 3 groups, called Tempests. When you're asked, and you will be, say you belong to the Pan Ayates warband. Sources indicate he was killed in a skirmish over Cyclor. His Tempest going to ground. Ayeta. He was legit. One of our best. The question is, are you? Urgh! You will be tested, Keeve, and you must respond not as a Jedi, but as a Nihil. It's the only way you'll gain their trust. The only way. Krah! Does this answer your question, drunkhead?
Should I take this one?
Sure.
Your Pan's Tempest, all right. Let him go. You know who I am.
Yes, not by name.
No, I think that's still your line too.
The not by name line? I already said that.
No, the one after that. No, the next panel.
Oh, yeah. They were scraping with Jay Zeter out near Strula. But now I do, Zetar. Thanks, drunkhead. That's all we've been doing for months. The Jedi are running us ragged. I don't know what the eye is playing at.
A good question. And one I might answer when I'm sure
Sure of what?
that you're truly nihil. You'll need this
Why?
to prove yourself. Bring the prisoners in. If you are who you say you are, you'll do as you're told.
Oh, Criff.
And split this stinking hut skull in two.
Miarga! Is that what you meant about being tested, Avar? That I'd have to abandon everything it means to be a Jedi? But
no.
I can't.
You won't
Can
have to
I?
be abandoning. She won't have to be abandoning everything it means to be a Jedi anymore. That's
Nope.
in the old lore. In this new fucking goddamn mess of a writing system you have here, well, yeah, it won't be a problem at all. It's not like you did something even worse, in the fucking start of the comic.
Yes. I mean, at this point, that you are absolutely correct. At this point, I love how they're trying to actually turn this into some sort of big plot development that she might actually have to kill someone. Knowing the Jedi in the High Republic, she would not only try... If she was in character, not only would she do it, but she would be shouting, "For light and life!" as she struck Miagra down. Siege says, "Oh hey dude, it's Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles." Yep. Alfari says, "This is the pinnacle of insults." Brother Lay says, "Oh my god." Orsosium says, "Because you cannot write shit crap in fucking Star Wars, not because it is another universe, but because the writers are incapable of using normal speak." Siege says, "Oh, the pain, they did it again." Brother Lay says, "This is why I'm connecting to Battletech, converting." Yep. Orsosium says, "We need to make a barrier of urban mechs to keep this bullshit out." Brother Lay says, "Converting to Battletech, I am."
Driving.
All right, so let's read some of the comments. Let's read some of the comments here from the actual website just to see how people are reacting. Anthony says, "This is gonna be one hell of an arc. High Republic only seems to get better as it goes on." Tragic says, "I guess this is how Keeves leaves the Jedi, or one of the many causes. It would be one of the causes because she's considered a lost master and she's only a knight here." Coyote says, "Lol, love it. Threw me for a loop in the beginning. I thought I missed an issue or something. This is good stuff, and the art is really spot on. Jedi are looking a tad desperate in this move." Moogle847 says, "Wait, they have Krang in this? Hey, Nickelodeon, hurry and call your lawyers. We might be able to finish them off finally." Rososium says, "NPC time, people. Ooh, story time with Ace." Laughing. William says, "I knew Keeve was undercover, just like Quinnen Voss had been during the Clone Wars. But did she have to shave off most of her hair? Lol. She already had most of her hair shaved off."
Not that it was. Yeah. Not that it that she.
Honestly, she actually
anyway.
looks less obnoxious with the mohawk.
Yeah.
She
kinda.
actually looks less obnoxious and less like a villain. Because whenever I see that head shaved, I think completely obnoxious evil at this point, thanks to the certain ideology that seems to really favor that style of hair.
Yep.
So, Kalkyl, your thoughts on these past two issues?
Oh boy, it's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Lordy Lord, it's been a very special time. Not in a good way, but still very special.
Yes. Special in the way, in the same vein as, I'm sorry my son ate your shoes, he's a little bit special.
Yeah.
So, Moogle847, yeah, the comments from the website prove that the people who like this series believe it to be the High Republic. Then they pass the bud. Yeah. Or Associum says Kalkyl is trying to not do Alt F4 in real life.
Too bad this letter knife I have here is made of wood and isn't sharp enough.
Honestly, in my personal opinion, again, I have to say this is not these two issues are not the worst in this particular comic book series. I still think issue number 1 is the worst. But these are also still pretty atrocious in their own right. And the only reason issue number 1 is worse is because they put an entire planet into peril to test a Padawan. And I know that sounds like beating a dead horse, but my God, does it need to be said. But yeah, there is no passion, the number 1 rule, to then flip from that to, oh, actually there is a little bit of passion. That is a god-awful decision. That is a god-awful decision in this particular issue. The character flopping seems to be... The character flip-flopping from how they've depicted the Jedi earlier in the earlier issues to this is pretty jarring, and I think that is probably the biggest issue, the biggest problem with these two issues, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, Kalkyl?
I mean, I don't even know if I have enough neurons left in my mind to honestly have an opinion on anything at this point.
Siege says, it's like they all chewed crayons before writing it. I could make a joke, but I'm going to hold off for now. Between the...
I do like the last comment on in the comment section there.
All right, let's see.
By a dude named Kidneys.
I've got a bad feeling about this Kidneys.
He might not have meant it in the same way that we will be meaning it, but I still agree.
Yep.
I like the comment above that too. That's funny for how just stupid it is.
Ben's Bodhi says, the first story arc was good. The Dringia represented a nuanced danger. However, I like this beginning, especially that we've already know that Trennis will leave the Order and will keep respected afterward. So she's going to abandon the Jedi Order, and they're still going to respect her for it.
Yeah.
Brother Olay says, if these Jedi turn to the dark side, that's a prediction I would be surprised by. Alfarius says, a crayon a day keeps the good stories away. I said I was going to avoid making a joke, but I'm going to have to make it now. Clearly, some people have not heard of Paris Island and these sort of good stories that can come from there. Wink, wink. Siege says, good man. Ryan says, the story is getting better. Yeah, sure it is. Fang says Avar Chris is definitely going to fall at some point.
The Jedi Order has fallen at this point already. It's not.
RP, oh, I love this. RP says this is going to be a good ride into the edges of Jedi philosophy.
As in the edges of how far away you can get from it. Yes,
Yep.
I agree.
Or Socium asks how many more comics you think they'll make. Hopefully just one. Hopefully we'll get issue 10 and it'll be done and over with. But I'm not entirely sure.
I for one hope they make enough comics to the point where their sales plummet and they go bankrupt. Because at this point, I don't care anymore.
Well, for their sales to plummet, people would have to be buying the comic in the first place.
Yeah, truth in that.
Or Socium says, because this has to be rotting a lot of brains. Moogle847 says, crayons and glue, the true source of inspiration of this series. And paint thinner. You forgot paint thinner.
Oh,
Seeker says, the story is getting better, cope harder. The only way you could argue that the story is getting better is if you consider the fact that issue 1 was the worst thing in this entire comic book series. But even after that, at least issue, 3 maybe, was considerably better than that. Issues 2 and 3 were a step up. But I would say this is a downhill from those, but it's still pretty dumb. Seeker says, actually, this entire comment thread is pure copium. Yeah. Yes, it is. But ultimately, okay, so, Brother Kalkyl, in your opinion, which is worse? The High Republic by Marvel or the High Republic Adventures?
it remains the same. High Republic Adventures is still by far way worse on pretty much every level.
Agreed. The sad part is I'm actually starting to get used to the pain of High Republic. They're still doing stupid stuff here that occasionally, but it's not like Adventures where it's just absolute agony every single panel. But, yeah, I think now's... Well, let's actually double check, make sure they haven't put any teasers... Wait. So is this the very end of it? Yes, it is. So next issue by Cavan Scott of Warhammer Adventures. Oh God, they are actually doing more. They already announced in issue 11 and 12. They're doing more. So we are going to be here for a while yet, it looks. Yay. I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. Alright, but yeah, I think now's a good time to call it, because what more is there really to say at this point? Although it looks like the Jedi instantly lose their disguise if issue 10's front cover is anything to go by.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I think now's a good time to call it. We've been at it for about an hour and a half. And I have the hiccups because of course I do. Alright, so this has been Ace.
And there aren't enough words to describe my pain.
Wait until we get the next issue of High Republic Adventures.
Yes.
Or the High Republic manga that is coming out.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Alright, so
Yes.
anyways, this has been Ace.
And this has been Brother Doctor Kalkyl of 198.
And we both hope to see you again soon, and take care. Ace out.